Have you considered my
Very well. Let's go and discover what...
Excellent.
How would you like to go about it?
We must search her apartment. They'll be guarded, of course. But if we are discreet...
This is taking quite a... The congregation's reputation could suffer if we're caught.
I know. But keep in mind that I know the palace extremely... And if we want to be sure to pass without being noticed...
That would improve our chances.
Alright then.
Ah, Your Excellency. The Enlightened must have sent you. I would like to ask a favor of you.
Okay.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected this island might be the one St. Lucius wrote about.
Sure.
We did, but let me explain. This island was where St. Matthias lived at the end of his life, and where he founded a perfect community. Some time ago, we created a village which we called Eden, following his example. We chose this place as it seemed to be the closest to the one described in the Holy Scriptures. It is a home to a community of converted islanders, accompanied and guided in their budding faith. As you can imagine, it is of the utmost importance, all the more so because we discovered some tablets there, which were engraved.
An extraordinary discovery that confirms your suspicion.
I see you understand. Alas, these tablets were stolen, probably by... I know that you are generally well accepted by the natives. That is why I was hoping that you could help us to retrieve what belongs to us.
I suppose I could...
Marvelous. The leader of the community, Father Justinius, will be... May the Enlightened assist you in this...
Can I just kill Aloysius, though? Because I feel like he needs to go. Think I can get in there? Without any issues? What happened in the basement? They putting on a donkey show? Okay, it's supposed to be a key. Where's the key at? You guys got a key around here? I don't know where her key stash might be, but I'm gonna need that so I can go down to the room with the donkey show in it. Outfit makes you look jacked, dude. Rather truck somebody over without a problem. There it is. It's gonna be something freaky, I know it. I know it is. That's not what I wanted.
This area of the palace is forbidden to visitors.
We did not know.
The basements are for servants.
Very well. We'll go back.
Okay. Comfortable vests. How do I get those? There's got a place where I can loot 3 comfortable vests. make them, because I can't make things in this game. So hopefully a merchant has them. That might be it. Could you guys clean up your frickin' giant monster killing? How long are you gonna leave that there?
Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to have a rummage around.
Alright, so there. Lots of comfortable vests. I guess everybody needs one for some reason. I'm not sure why that might be, but whatever. Yeah, no, that doesn't look suspicious at all. With my fucking cape and bone skull hat going on here. Ah, it's perfectly normal. I'm the new servant guy. So fucking silly.
Ah, well. This is a very unique place. The smell of stupor and vice reign as its masters.
You're not wrong. We should search this place.
Okay.
For goodness sake! This room reeks of alcohol.
Yeah.
And not just any old alcohol, if my nose does not deceive me. Cornelia always had great taste when it came to drinking.
You don't like her much, do you? That could be my only assumption.
It seems that someone forgot their earring.
Ugh, here is an object of more than questionable taste. A woman from a good family would never wear it. It's junk. The kind of thing a courtesan would wear.
I didn't know you were an expert on the subject, Father.
Of course he
The
is.
subject of jewelry?
No, of courtesans.
We are here at the heart of human depravity. Outrageous luxury, excessively priced alcohol, obvious debauchery.
Surely this is enough to incriminate the Mother Cardinal.
Proof.
No, my child. These things are common in certain circles, even in Tuleme, unfortunately. Cornelia may well have organized these things for others. These parties might be of use in gaining some political favor. We must find out who is involved and learn more.
Yeah.
The earring that we found may help us with that. We could ask at the brothel if it belongs to a prostitute.
We should continue searching. Perhaps we missed something.
Yep. Let's try back here. No. Okay, well I got the key.
This document is highly important. By reading it carefully, you could learn a lot. The Mother Cardinal apparently borrows large amounts of money from a moneylender. Actually, enormous sums.
What's more, she does so quite regularly. How does she manage to give it all back?
And the name Candy Cane crops up several times. Quite suspicious, don't you think?
A little
This
bit.
sweet person must be doing her huge favors to get these sums. I think we have everything we need. There is probably a connection between these pleasure parties and the account books. Let's ask a few questions.
Sure,
The
why not?
moneylender is well established. He can be found near the main square. As for this Candy Cane, the name doesn't ring any bells to me, but the moneylender must know more about him.
We can also go and gather information at the Coin Tavern. Perhaps the manager knows him.
I mean, I would say that's a stripper's name. But if it's a male, I wouldn't want to be associated with the name Candy Cane. With it being bent and tiny? Question mark on that one. Anyway, I'm sure we'll figure it out. Friggin' goddamn religious fanatics and their prostitutes. That's a new one by me. Alright, now that we're done with that bullshit, let's get back to my street clothes.
Can I help you?
Yes, actually. I have a small favor to ask.
You don't look like you need money from me.
No, I don't.
I've been sent by the Mother Cardinal. She needs money. You know why.
That's unusual. She usually comes in person. Oh, well, business is business after all. What do you want?
She has sent me to find out if she still owes money and to make a little withdrawal.
No debts to settle. Everything is in order, as always. How much does she need? Same as last time?
Yes, that would be perfect.
Excellent. Let her know that the usual conditions apply.
Do you think that will be all right for Candy Cane?
What do you mean for Candy Cane? Good Lord,
Okay.
Are you crazy or something? I don't want to know what my clients get up to with their money.
I apologize. I'm not used to this. I thought that...
You think too much. Go and see him, sort your business out, and come back to see me when you know how much she needs.
Very well. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we got some form of information there. I also would like to steal all that money and take it with me, thank you. There's a candy cane somewhere around here, and I would like to purchase his services.
Can I get you anything?
I'm here for something else. Can I...
If you wish.
Do you think that the Mother Cardinal may have ever...
No.
What can you tell me about a certain...
Candy Cane. Everyone speaks about him or has heard of him, but no one really knows him.
Is he a drug
And
dealer?
what do they say about him?
Or the drugs?
Nothing. You need to go
To
down...
the games room and the brothel.
Yes, that's more the kind of place where they talk...
You sometimes deliver goods to your big club.
Of course. The rich don't like to get drunk among mere mortals.
And have you ever supplied anyone from...
Yes, that has happened.
And who places these orders?
Well, a steward, of course. Don't you know how...
A woman? Dressed in a long green...
No, the steward is more discreet. On the other hand, the person in the big...
I have to go. I will leave you to your...
I accidentally clicked over that. Damn it.
Can I... Look who it...
I have to...
Sometimes my finger twitches. Shit happens. What can you do, right?
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
On what would we be betting?
On the fights in the arena. Quite a few come here and bet.
Yeah, I know. I
fortunes.
know the
they
fights.
win?
A few do. Others have less luck. But
What is this?
it's a place of great people.
Why do I need to know that?
I imagine that the...
Obviously, even though I would prefer it wasn't the case.
Sure.
He's a sort of organizer. He captures most of the beasts who fight in the arena.
How is that a problem?
Apparently, he's fixed a few fights. These kind of rumors aren't good for my business.
If
True.
that's the case, why don't you stop him?
He has friends, protectors, without solid evidence. And the only ones who wanted to speak of his cartel,
Do you know where I can find him?
he often hangs out around the port at night, but I strongly advise...
I know how to look after myself. Has the Mother Cardinal...
The Mother Cardinal! And why not Saint Matthias himself while you're at it?
Could be. Never know.
I must...
Next.
Could be his thing.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no, still need an
So-
adult.
Have you found what you...
Let's just say that I'm gathering him.
My treasures are worth their price. I promise you. For you, I'm sure we can.
I can't.
Maybe later.
You won't be the...
Do I have my hat? I think I got rid of my hat. Damn it, I got rid of my hat. My intuition hat. Fuck it.
So,
Let's just say
my trick for you.
here you are.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you.
What are we doing? Oh. Talking to Horace. Great.
Look, a new face. Oh, but wouldn't that be...
Uh-oh.
Hello?
We would like to know if you know who this earring belongs to. Is it maybe yours?
Father Freaky over here.
I am careful not to leave my belongings with clients.
Good on
and
you.
I have no desire to answer your questions. That doesn't fall within my services.
Really?
Very well. Goodbye.
You'd rather get banged rather than ask questions, huh? I mean, guess if you love what you do.
There are too many of you for me alone, my little lambs.
Okay.
Sorry, madam, but we're here to ask other favors of you. This question might seem a little surprising, but...
Why? It's mine. I lost it.
Are you sure you want to broach that subject here?
You're right. Come with me. Well, what do you want? Why are you giving me back my earring?
Well,
You
we
know
were
where
curious.
found it, don't you?
Obviously. I realized as soon as I got back that I'd lost it.
I
Uh-oh.
imagine your pimp does not know that you take part in these parties. He doesn't dabble in this at all?
No, do not say anything to him, I beg you. He's on my case enough as it is.
Then I suggest you answer my questions.
Tit for tat.
What would you like to know?
Could you tell us who you saw at the...
Rich people, or better. They seemed very rich and important to me.
Okay.
Do you know who organizes these parties?
Not really, no. A steward pays me when I go, but I don't see anyone else.
You can't even give me a single name.
No. The only person who sometimes speaks to this steward is... She never takes part in the festivities, but...
Do you think that an important person from...
You're thinking of Mother Cardinal, aren't you? You lot really think we are a bunch of...
You're hardly a
Little bit.
shining example of virtue, my child. Just
Ah.
answer our questions.
Called out on
Sorry,
her
Father,
shit.
I don't know the Mother Cardinal, but I strongly...
You don't think you could recognize her, and you don't think you've crossed paths.
Charisma check.
Admit it, you must know more than your... It's virtually impossible not to recognize someone while being so close to these influential people, wouldn't you
So
agree?
close indeed.
Well, I was able to recognize someone, once. Even with a mask on, I'm good at recognizing my clients.
Please continue.
Okay.
I'm all ears.
I don't want to implicate anyone, but he is of no real... And you've probably never even heard of him. It's the...
I know very well who you're referring.
But I didn't mention anything to you.
I don't even remember the subject of this conversation.
All right.
This woman in the green coat. Could you...
She always hides her face. Then she disappears into a little office and locks the door.
I see. Do you know someone who goes by the name...
Everyone does. He is a power...
Have you ever spotted him at these...
In all honesty, I wouldn't even be able to recognize...
Thank you for your...
Be sure not to mention this to anyone.
Okay then. So, we are back to the moneylender, I guess. The intrigue in this place is real. Innkeeper. Alright, what you got, Mr. Innkeeper? Did I miss something?
Can I... Look who it is. I feel that once again you're not...
I'm looking for a woman who comes here. She always wears...
Yes, I have seen this coat before. But all I know is that I've seen her speaking to a regular, a steward of the palace who comes to place big orders.
I have to go.
Okay. That doesn't help any. The the bookmaker. Damn it!
Good day.
Welcome.
I'm looking for someone. A woman wearing...
Yeah, I know who you mean. She comes in, especially for the big fights, and she has
Do you know where I can find her?
No, I don't...
She wouldn't happen to be coming back to collect some winnings, would she?
No, and I can't really tell you when...
Damn it.
I must be going.
Next time.
So, how do you see things, my child?
I think that the usurer is lending money to the Cardinal, and very significant sums at that.
Yeah, okay.
With this money, she bets on the arena fights while hiding in a big green coat. And she also gives large amounts to a certain candy cane, known for fixing fights.
Not only does our dear Cornelia love betting games, but she also wouldn't think twice
Fair.
about cheating to win.
That makes sense.
Maybe he's just giving her advice. How can we prove anything?
We can always try asking him. Who knows? Perhaps he will give us an answer.
Find and question the candy cane. Sounds more like a South Park quest than an RPG quest. Only if that involves punching you in the
Good
noggin.
evening. Are you the one they call Candy Cane?
Who are you?
Desade,
I'd assume that is...
legate of the merchant congregation.
Yeah.
Legate, no less. I imagine in these cases, the one accompanying you is the famous Petrus.
You
Oh.
seem to be very well informed.
Very well informed shit.
Therefore, you might be able to answer my question. What do you know about a woman in a green coat?
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this woman, and that she is actually the Mother Cardinal.
How did you... You would be better off forgetting that.
That's not exactly the response I'd imagined. But nevertheless, seems rather eloquent.
I told you to forget about it, or you'll soon run into trouble. Legate or no legate.
Not gonna end well for you.
It's just an innocent little conversation. Goodbye, Mr. Kane.
Bye. And Godspeed.
I love how we've raised our
We
voices.
have enough information.
Really? Is the fact that she bets on fights that are potentially fixed enough for you?
It's already a huge scandal. Let me just think about it for a little while. I will find a way of putting this information to good use.
I
Alright,
have
you
faith
do
in
you.
Father.
Simple enough, I guess. Side quest, what we got? Oh, can't do that. Don't care about that. Trouble in Eden. Alright. How's Eden at? Oh, first and foremost, let's get the hell out of here. Get Vasco back in my party. Alright, so we've arrived. Got the crew back together. Going the wrong way.
What an astounding place.
Meh.
My mother told me about this place. She said that the village was devoured by the houses of the sons. How could their chief accept this?
All that's left to do is to find Father Justinius.
I think we found him.
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of faith, harmony, and civilization in these wild lands.
Yeah,
Thank
okay,
you.
sure.
Desade, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
I know I don't look like it.
I am Father Justinius. Delighted. And what may I do for you?
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablet. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenia. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and you should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug most likely had a hand in this. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by stealing...
How could they have learned of the tablet's existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently they are so naive. Either way, I
must leave you.
May the enlightened...
I wonder how my people could accept the priests settling in their home like this.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
No, probably not. So let's go talk to Chief Bro. Find out what he has to say for himself and go from there.
Hello.
Hi.
I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello. Desade. I am the legate.
There are Onol Menawi among the Logead Blau. I did not know that. What do you want from me?
I've heard a lot of things about this village of Eden, but I'd like...
Damn it. Fingers.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Telema, and how
Just
you received...
let it play out.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were saying that it was the place where their saint had lived. They were asking questions, talking about the Lloyd and all these things. One morning they were building houses next to ours. And we had new neighbors.
Okay.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you. How did that happen?
As long as we refused to listen to them, they were violent, and they destroyed some of our sanctuaries. So we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their god, they leave us alone.
Fair
Some
enough.
of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive. But we do not forget our spirits.
Fair enough.
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint Matthäus, and they were rummaging through everything. Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, because the old sage is sacred here. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I thought it wise to guide them to the place where the stones were.
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have to leave the village?
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They tried to retake the village. They even asked Deirdre, the chief of Vedlug, for her help.
Yeah, I met her. She seems to be pretty pissed off.
Called the Soul Lasser, the Burning Suns, and they killed many of them. I asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course.
Sure.
And the Vorstyrent. But this village may be our opportunity.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaigse to understand who we are. Not men, perhaps wiser than they are.
I don't know if they're gonna get that. You know, I don't think they're gonna understand that in the slightest. Still got a conversation point, my dude.
Father, I'm glad to see you.
Tell me about how you created...
We did not create it from the ground up. The islanders called it Vixenagad, which translates to the village. We saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory, and everything here fit the description of St. Lucius. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the spirit of peace and harmony which is...
Sure.
Why share this village with the natives?
To replicate and resume the work of our founder, of course.
Good.
If he came here and managed to convert the natives, then by living side by side with them, it is much...
How well do you get along with the natives who live here?
Very well, of course. Especially since those who opposed our presence left.
Left? To go...
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That helped to
And how well have neighboring villages welcomed you?
With some reluctance, to be perfectly honest. There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Vedlug. But the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly
There are no Onol Manawi and no warriors here either. Did they all leave?
Sure. Perfect harmony takes time, my child. I have no doubt that one day, but in the meantime, we must settle for the miracle of great Nobody thought we could live side by side with...
I must leave.
I don't know.
May the enlightened all...
You know, they're just playing along, right? They're appeasing you like you appease a child. Throwing a temper tantrum. By the way, just in case you weren't aware.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course.
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matthias is conducted.
Okay.
Whom do you suspect of being the thief?
Alas, I'm afraid there are many suspects. These tablets are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlug may have wanted to take them away from us. Or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Yeah, at least she's not blind-sighted, so tunnel visioned, whatever.
Where were the tablets?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain... You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to.
I imagine someone was keeping...
Of course, we took turns guarding. If I remember correctly, it was Brother...
Well, thank you for these...
I am the one who should be thanking you.
Yeah.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of St. Lucius. Are you one of the theologians who helped in it?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place... And then I stayed.
Good for you.
What was the reaction of the natives?
Most of them were not in favor of us. They were afraid we might chase them out of them. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for... I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of...
I mean, can you blame them?
With the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief...
Thank you. This information... Thank you.
I'm not sure how that helps us, but sure, why not? We'll go with that. What do you got?
Do you have any ideas about who stole the tablets?
Some of the village savages helped us during the search. Perhaps they are behind all of this. There was a particular woman who seemed to want us...
If you are saying that these tablets bear writings from the very hand of our holy founder, then we must find them. Without them, all our research to trick...
Greetings, de Sardet. I am handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding
the
tablets on the night of the theft. Is that right?
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet, and then the morning after, we saw they were gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
Good question.
I have no idea. The door was closed in the morning, and the lock was intact.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we could make out of them.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here, and the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where the theft took place.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter, anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more...
I was not expecting a theologian to say... Have you been in need of...
I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my... We arrived straight from Toleme. But once we were here... We must bring the light.
Uh-oh.
You talked about a mission with the natives. What?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia. Our mission is to banish pagan cults. The island belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to Toleme, since the God of Light offered it to our founder.
You have a very unique way...
Yeah, probably not.
How are your relations?
When I arrived, they were very relaxed, and it is proof I would...
Of course.
Oh, we got that.
I will leave you to your work. I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into two parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted, having left their clan behind.
On the other hand, had they followed their chief's example, this wouldn't have happened. Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur.
Or worse.
There is only one entrance and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
Brother Virgil can't have cared less about these relics. He must have fallen asleep on duty. And then, someone must have just stolen the keys from him.
It's very likely that that's what happened. But someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
So, we have to find their accomplice, the one that informed them, and who must be in the village.
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives. They must still have allies in the village, family or friends. We should go. He will certainly know who is close to the exiles, and enough about the researchers to
Okie dokie. Back to the chief. Boy.
You have returned on Manawi.
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the missionaries forced them to leave.
Probably.
They must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right, but you may also be wrong.
So vague, but so unvague.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
You're probably right. The
Yes, I am.
visitors would come back, and my people would suffer. I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to make. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the village. He is filled with anger and fury.
And rage.
If you go talk to her, please. Do not hurt her. She is but a mother who acts...
I have no intention of hurting her, but things may not be so simple when it comes to her.
Uh-oh.
I have to go.
Lord.
That doesn't sound good.
Greetings. Are you Vindwal?
Bertia Tumad. Yes, that is me. What do you want?
I have a couple of questions for you. I want them answered immediately. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
What can you tell me about Lair?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him, not me. But I think the mind shakers made him forget. Almost speaks like them.
Okay.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the...
No. This is...
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who had to leave the village.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what do you want from me?
The only means of alleviating the situation with Thélème is to give the priests their tablets back. So, if you don't want your son to suffer their wrath, it would be best if I could retrieve them discreetly.
Bran and the rest of the exiles are hiding in the woods, beyond the stone circle. If you want to take the tablets away from them without being seen, do not take the path on the left. It is riddled with traps.
Good to know.
And please, do not hurt my son.
Okay then. Retrieving the tablets without slaughtering anybody. A little too far there. Let's try up this way.
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
I hope you don't intend to fight them. They've already had to leave their families and their homes. They've suffered enough.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
Remember that we were told the area on the left was a trap. It would be smarter to take the other path.
Well, that's what we will do then. We shall waddle on this direction.
Wait, what are you doing here?
I'm not here to fight you, but I must retrieve the tablets of Saint Matthias.
What? How do you know we have them? And how?
Because I am magic.
We will not give them back. We lost our homes and families, so the priests lose their sacred stones.
I know that you are seeking vengeance, but the priests will not be the only ones to suffer the consequences of your actions. Your mother helped you, and once they find out about it, she will pay the price in your place. Is that what you want?
No. She only told us which night we could come. They have no right to punish her for this.
I doubt the Ordo Luminous will care. They will need someone to take the blame, and she's the obvious choice.
Very well. Take the stones and leave. All that's left to do is to rejoin the Donea Exregau.
Okie dokie. You do that and have fun. Not explained what this area was for.
What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son. I wanted
to
make
he's
sure
fine.
that everything was fine.
Don't worry, all is well. I managed to convince him to give me the tablets.
Adlor Edar, I did not believe my son to be so reasonable. You are giving me hope. I will go see him and tell him to find another clan. A place to welcome him.
Probably for the best. Alright, well we've made the natives super duper happy. I don't know how much happier we can make them, to be fair. I know we pissed off both the Alliance and Thélème at the beginning of the game.
I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research on St. Matthias.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit must be brought to justice.
You were.
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your relics back, and that's the only thing that matters.
Your indulgence honors you. But how can we be certain that these thieves will not strike again if they are not punished?
Had you respected this village, you would not have to look for a culprit. You settled here without even asking those who lived here for their opinion on the matter. Instead of talking about harmony, start taking action to really make it happen.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything.
Well?
We may have been a bit clumsy in the beginning, but we'll make sure to improve things in the future. You really were a great help. I would be most grateful if you agreed to continue helping us.
What do you want?
I might come back at some point, but alas, I'm very busy.
Naturally. Either way, we are certainly capable of continuing our research without you.
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next expedition must depart as soon as possible.
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow the tracks of our founder on this island.
Doesn't end well.
Meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude for the help you gave us.
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success.
Probably won't. It'll die horribly. Okay, so that's that's main story dependent. We don't care about missions. Demonical cults and scholars in the expedition. Okay, let's go with the Prince's Secret.